life, no regrets. Hands up in the air like ooh, nothing's gonna break my mood. Yeah, I just wanna feel like this. Feel like this. Feel like this.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are in my niece's bedroom here in Arizona, and she just turned 11, so we are going to be giving her bedroom a beautiful teen glow up. I know she's not quite a teenager, but she's close enough that we're gonna make her room kind of express that and just give her a more mature room that she can come in and hang out and just feel herself. And I'm really excited to do this. So we have a lot of fun stuff to get done today. I actually just started planning for this bedroom makeover a few days ago, so we are doing this on a time crunch, but I'm really excited to share that almost everything was either thrifted or items that we already had that we're just going to be using in this space and kind of reconfiguring things. So I'm going to be sharing a lot of budget friendly tips and some unique ways to give your daughter a glow up in her bedroom and just make the space exactly what she wants. So I'm going to show you some before shots so you can see exactly what we're starting with, and then we'll jump into things.
I wanna hear you say that you only want me.
Definitely the hardest part of a makeover, at least for me, is like starting. You never know where to start. So sometimes I'll just like pick an area and start kind of deconstructing. So I'm gonna start pulling some things down. We may be reusing things, but I wanna start with a pretty clean slate. We're gonna leave the bed in here and a few furniture pieces, but I wanna kind of take all the decor down and like extra things so that we can really see where our starting point is. And then we are actually going to take these pictures down. We kind of talked to her about it and she's totally down with anything, but this way we're gonna put these in an area that she can actually see them a little bit better. And it'll also keep this feeling a little bit more simple and streamlined and a little bit more like a teen space. One trick to creating a more mature space is to simplify things, so avoid visual clutter when you can and make sure that you have intention behind everything you're including in a space. That is one reason that I like to clear everything out of the space first and just start with a blank slate. That way everything that ends up in the room at the end was included with intention and not just something that was forgotten. So even when I am reusing a lot of the same items, I always start with this step. I think I'm gonna leave this right here. For now, I think that's the place it's actually gonna stay, but I can always take it down later or move it if we need to. And now we're ready to start making changes. Oh, I do have a few more things over here, and then we'll start making the changes. All right, so I went ahead, vacuumed, wiped everything down in the bedroom and everything's cleared out, but these are the nightstands. They're actually the ones that we used to have in our guest bedroom. We ended up getting different ones, and these ones are gonna work so perfect for Charlotte. So the only thing is they do need a little bit of a touch-up paint. Now I did bring my arsenal of spray paint, so no problem there. I'm just gonna grab the same spray paint that I used for these and give them a nice little touch up outside. And then while that's drying, I can start hanging up one of the shelves that's sitting over on the couch, and we'll really start seeing a difference happen in that room really quickly, because we're not doing a ton of like painting, a bunch of DIY projects. We're just doing little things and then like small little decor DIYs in there, and it's gonna be so pretty. So let me grab my drop cloth wherever I put that, I think in one of these bags, and we'll go start painting these with a little touch up.
You ain't gotta ask me. We can hit the road, got room in the backseat. Boys from the back street, come so far just singing over rap beats. See you on the way up, only looking down when we're seeing where we came from. You ain't gotta wait up, never gonna slow back down. And there's no stopping now, they can't take us down. There's no reason to fight this feeling, 'cause I love this life. Yeah, it feels alright. And there's no reason to stop believing.
Okay, so currently my niece is doing online school, so she does need to have a desk in here, and this desk works really great for her. It has like all the storage that she needs, but we're going to dress it up. I have like the cutest little stool. She's only here for a few hours when she does her online school, and then she gets to go do her homework. But I'm also gonna put a really, really pretty shelf. Let me grab it and show you. This shelf is so pretty. I love that it has like this design on the side. This was $30, I think, from Ross. Yeah, $35 from Ross. It's like solid wood, and it's just so pretty and like simple, but I think it's gonna be fun because it'll give her extra storage, and also gives like, it kind of makes this its own little moment instead of just being a desk over here. Okay, so typically you're going to either want to find a stud or use a wall anchor, like a drywall anchor. I'm gonna show you guys one of my favorite ways to hang things up. I've actually shared this a lot here on my channel, but because if you look at the back, you have these little like teeth right here. This is going to fit so perfectly, and if you haven't ever seen one of these before, this is going to change a lot of things. We have hung up a lot of really heavy, like full-length mirrors, like lots of things with these, and these are called monkey hooks. So what they do is, here's your drywall, okay? You're going to just put a little pinhole in, and it scoops around, and then right here it pushes back against the drywall, stabilizing it, and then the only thing that sticks out is just this little tiny piece right here, and this is what you can hang your items on. Now if it's something like crazy heavy or something that's going to constantly be pulled on, you don't want to use this. You want to use like a typical drywall anchor, but in this case I believe these hold like 50 pounds each. They are very heavy duty. You can get more heavy duty ones. You can get ones that only hold 20 pounds, just whatever you want. These are perfect for like if you're renting, because it's just the same as like a nail, and you're gonna have the tiniest little nail hole to fill. And sometimes you don't even need to fill nail holes because you don't really even notice them. So this is perfect for that. And it's also just perfect if you don't want to do a bunch of like heavy lifting DIY stuff. You just poke it in and you're good to go. Now to figure out exactly where I want this to go, I am gonna use my favorite little toothpaste hack. I've been using this for years. What you do to find exactly where to poke your holes in the wall is, like on the spot that you want your hooks to go, you're going to do a little blob of toothpaste. I thought this was white, so we'll see if it works because white's the easiest to notice. But there we go. Put our level on here. Then I'm just gonna have to figure out exactly where I want it to go, and then once I get it there, I'm going to push onto those areas, and that will leave the little glob of toothpaste, and then I know exactly where I need to poke in those monkey hooks.
Yeah, it feels alright. And there's no reason to stop believing. 'Cause I love this life, and the future's bright. And there's no
Dead level, so good. Super quick and easy, and it's solid. Like, it's not going anywhere.
yeah, love this life. Yeah, love this life.
Then for her seat, I'm going to use the stool that we already had. This is nice because it's not going to be very visually heavy in the space, and it's also gonna save room on the floor because it's not just like a bulky chair.
I never got it, why'd you have to go? I guess this world's too slow for you. I think there's beauty in the gray, the cold, but you just want the gold. And there's no way I can beat it, 'cause I got no chance when it comes.
I am forever using my favorite essential oil hack to get off the sticky sticker residue and I will never understand why they always get put on the front of the most obvious spaces in the most inconvenient spots. But aside from the little sticker issue, I love these cute mirrors so much. I love the beautiful little curved detailing. I love the wood tone on the outside. They are just so pretty, and my sister and I found them for just $16 each at, I believe, TJ Maxx or Marshalls. They're such a steal.
Anymore, you only want what you can afford. This is goodbye, bye, bye. LA made you crazy, yeah. I see your stories and I can't believe all the people you meet.
I thrifted these cutie little brass lamp bases, and then I added in my own lampshades from Walmart. And by the way, I will link everything that I can down below, even though a lot of things are thrifted. Anything that can be linked, I will have that for you, or you can ask questions in the comments, of course. But I was definitely crossing my fingers and hoping that these lamps worked because I didn't have an actual light bulb to test them out in the store. This was my first chance to do that, and to my delight, the lamps did in fact work, but these were so cute. I love how precious these are. Okay, so to make this space the focal point of the room, we obviously have the bed here. You typically want the bed to be like on the opposite wall of when you enter the room, which is perfect because we have this beautiful angled wall. You're not in front of a window. It's just beautiful. And then we have our two nightstands. I did put the lamps there as well for now, but these mirrors are going to do a few different things. So one, they're just gonna look darling and so cute. I think they're so pretty. It is going to add interest. It's going to bounce light around. It's going to make the space feel larger and brighter, which is all good things. Now we could just put a picture up here and call it good, but I know that she likes to accessorize and kind of make spaces her own. So I thought a beautiful shelf would go perfectly here. We could add some plants, we could add some little string lights, we can add some pictures and just different things, and she can change that out as she grows and as her interests change. So that's what we're gonna work on next, is actually installing the shelf. Now in order to make the shelf, it's super easy. It's a 2x10, and then you just cut it to whatever length you want. You wanna sand it down with a 60 grit first just to get off any of the rough edges, and then you wanna go in with a 220 grit, and that's going to like really smooth it out and make it like buttery smooth. Then you'll go ahead and wipe that down and then stain it with whatever color stain you like. And now this is not going to be a true floating shelf because you will see the brackets, but only slightly. And they're just gonna be these simple brackets right here. They come in a pack of 6 on Amazon, so you use 2 per shelf, obviously, unless it's a really long shelf, and then you'll wanna use 3. But these are very sturdy. We're gonna go ahead and install this. I think I'm gonna do about like 20 inches or so above the headboard. That looks like it's where I want it to go. We'll get these set up, and then we will start putting the mirrors up and accessorizing some things.
We've been driving way too fast down this 2-lane street. Windows down, your feet, yeah, they're hanging on now. The wind has got you. We're just free falling fools en route nowhere. From Los Angeles singing.
All right, we are moving right along. The shelf looks so good. I got the height right. It looks good. I was second guessing myself on it a little bit, but I called my sisters, FaceTimed them, and they were able to tell me that it did look good. So now I'm gonna put up the mirrors. My favorite way, if you don't have a heavy item to put up, which those mirrors weigh like almost nothing, is to use Velcro command strips. Now these are not just regular command strips. They have this like plasticky Velcro side. The nice thing about this is they connect, and then if you need to pull it off the wall, they're able to be pulled off without ripping the paint. So this piece will stay on your item, this piece will stay on the wall, everything will stay intact, and you can release it. Now my biggest tip for command strips is to make sure that you get a good bond. And the way you're gonna do that is when you put it on, you wanna make sure that first, like the area that you're putting it onto is able to be pressed really securely. You put it on, and then you're going to press onto each command strip for about 30 seconds. It feels longer than you think you might need to, but trust me, creating that good bond, that's all it takes, and it will keep them on for like years. Now these do get expensive at the store. However, go to Costco. They have a huge pack. I think it's like $15, but you get a ton of them. Once in a while, they will go on sale for $10. And at that time, that's when I will stock up. I'll get like 2, maybe 3 boxes, only because I do a lot of makeovers for other people, not just in our home. So I go through them a little faster than probably the average person. But anyway, they're amazing. I'm going to use 3 per mirror. I'm gonna do 2 on the top and then 1 on the bottom just to stabilize it. And that should be good.
Inside of me,
All right, so I have a little gallery wall going right here. Most of these are from Goodwill or different thrift stores. I thought these are so pretty, so I'm actually gonna start kind of placing these on the wall. And I was thinking that I was gonna need to actually paint a lot of these, but I kind of like a lot of the colors. The only one that I'm not totally down with is this one, and it's just because it has like some red in here. It doesn't look bad, but we're just not going with that color scheme, and I feel like that'll kind of be like the oddball out. So, but everything else is actually looking pretty good.
Mama said don't be a quitter and you'll end up alright.
All right, so typically, like I just said, I use command strips all the time, and that's typically what I would go for. However, because we're doing like a full-on gallery wall, I do worry that it's going to take so many command strips. So instead, I have these little nails because these are very lightweight, and I'm thinking I'm going to use nails for these, or at least for a lot of them, and then I might put like a little command strip at the bottom just to kind of stabilize it a little bit, but I'll just like cut out my Velcro command strips, and I think that's going to stretch it and kind of make the most sense.
And you'll end up alright. Looking back, I remember she was probably right. Been knocked down, I've been beat up. And what can I do? I'm making it through, oh yeah. I'll be the last man standing. I'll be the only one who's holding on. I'll be the last man standing.
All right, it is day 2, and we are going to finish this pretty quickly today. We did all the heavy lifting. We put all the things on the wall. We put up the shelves, all this stuff. I do need to put a little thing on the wall over here, and then we need to obviously like fill in all these cutie little picture frames. But right now I'm really gonna be kind of like decorating and adding just some little personal touches into the space. That's what we're gonna work on in just a minute. But first, oh, this is what I did last night. How cute is that? I love that. That's what we're gonna put on the wall right here. But first things first, I actually found this magazine rack with my sister the other day at the thrift store. It was only like $5. The only thing is I think I'm gonna go ahead and paint it because it just is like a different wood tone than everything else. And so I think we're just gonna paint it white, or like an off-white. And then in just a minute, I'll tell you kind of what our plan is with this. It's such a fun idea.
Taking all the sunshine, bottle up the rain. Go where the wind blows, let it show the way. Open all the windows, let in all the light. You can pull the stars down, paint the perfect sky. So go and write your song. The world will sing along.
Okay, so that little magazine rack that we got from the thrift store, we are actually going to be putting records in it. One thing that's so fun about Charlotte, she loves records, so she has this really cute little record player, but it's always closed and like just sitting over by her desk. So I thought how fun to have this be like actually a little moment. She can have her record player out, she can see it. It's really easily accessible right here. It just always sits here, it's always plugged in, and then she can have her records right over here and she can just kind of file through which ones she wants to use. So that was kind of our thought with the little magazine rack, is it's like the perfect size to hold some records. And on this side, we're just gonna put a few little personal touches, like her little calendar that plugs in and lights up. You know, like teen girls, we just always have all kinds of stuff that we want to display. So this is something that I already had at my house, but I thought this is fun. It pulls in that wood tone that we have kind of throughout the room, adds a little warmth, and it just can sit right here. She can put whatever she wants on here and customize it that way. So I'm thinking I might put the books on the lower shelf so that when she wants to decorate things up here, she can like see it a little bit more easily, but we'll see how we go.
Might as well jump in, and we don't know where we'll end up. You might as well begin. Memories you're making, you frame inside your heart. The middle of a nowhere, so somewhere you can start. So go and write your song. The world will sing along. Oh, life's what you make.
These are just like some journals and some personal like picture items. Then we have our chapter books, and then we have some fun like Taylor Swift books because she loves Taylor Swift. So I'm gonna see if there's a fun way to style this a little bit better in here and make it look really cute but also functional.
Go and write your own song. All the world will sing along. And when you find your melody, we'll join in harmony.
So I'm just gonna refresh a few of the things that she has. So like she has this little mug that has all of her pens and pencils, but I'm gonna try to put it in this little gold container that I have so that she's still having the function, but it's a little bit neater, it's more tucked away, and it just will feel a little bit more intentional because the gold will kind of tie in to the other things.
I got roses in my eyes. She's got a heart full of sunshine. Standing on your doorstep.
Okay, so for the shelf above her bed, I want to keep it kind of simple. I want to add some height that will bring your eye up. And I want to put some things that are kind of fun, but also some things that mean something to her. So a few of these things were already in her room. We're just kind of repositioning them. And then she loves giraffes. So I found this from the thrift store. How fun is that? I'm gonna put this off to the side a bit. And then how pretty is this little like drapey hanging plant? Just give it a little bit of color and like interest over here. Then over on this side, I thrifted this vase a long time ago, but I love the pretty blue color. So we're gonna put this over here, and to add height over here, I have these flowers. I do not remember where I got these from, probably Walmart, but these are so pretty. They have like that touch of pink. So that's kind of adding the pink touch into her room and making it just like really girly and feminine, and I love it. And then right here, we're just gonna kind of ground the space a little bit better. We have this little tray we got from the thrift store, and she loves to change out her sleep masks, so she might end up putting them in her side tables, but this is also something that she can store something special to her, or she can change out her sleep masks and lay them up here, and they'll just kind of be like out of sight, but still really easily accessible.
Everything is going my way. Everything is going my way. Everything is going my way. Good times are here to stay. Everything is going my way. Every diamond's trying to shine like you.
Okay, for this shelf, I had some fun ideas. So I have had this for a long time, but the cool thing about this is like you can just find little stems, little twigs, little flowers, and pop them in. They're just really small. You can fill this with a little bit of water. But the nice thing is this will be up high, so it's something that she can customize all the time and kind of add to it, change it out for, you know, whatever time of year it is, whatever she can find around the house. But also it's up high enough so it's away from her little siblings, so they're not going to be getting into it. It also takes up the whole shelf, so it's going to fill the space but also not be like overwhelming because we're not putting a bunch of stuff up here. Then this is that picture frame that I painted yesterday. Remember, it was like silver with like the cherry wood kind of on the outside, so we painted that, and I love that it has like that fun little texture on there. We're gonna have to add a picture in, but I ordered some to Walgreens last night and my sister's actually grabbing them right now and picking them up. This is a cutie little cactus. I thrifted this a long time ago, but it just like didn't quite fit with my decor, but I think it's so fun and pretty. It has these little flowers. So we're gonna put that right there. And how cute is this little C? But I love that it has the texture. So anytime you want to add interest into a space, texture is like my favorite. Like you can do, you know, different colors, different heights, but texture is always my favorite way to do that. It just adds such interest. So we're gonna kind of tuck that in right there. Then I thrifted this frame, normally $20 from Kohl's. I got it for like 99 cents, I think, and it's kind of like a grayish blue, which she loves that color. And then this little trinket tray, I did buy this new. So this was $12 from Ross, but I thought this was so pretty. Again, like you add a lot of interest with like the waves. It's very girly. You have that gold pop. And I just thought this is pretty. It will be low enough so she can actually put like rings or whatever kind of accessories, because she's definitely an accessory girl. So she has like bracelets and rings and all the things. And so that'll be fun. She can actually use this as a functional piece, but it looks really pretty just sitting there too. And just like that, the shelf is done, minus the picture and minus the little flowers. We'll have to go pick a couple flowers or something, or some sprigs or leaves or something, and we'll put them in there. Okay, over here is kind of like the area right behind our door, which, by the way, if you don't use shoe organizers like this, they are so helpful. Honestly, not only for shoes, but for organizing a ton of things. We have her calendar put back up, and then this is what I worked on last night. I just kind of straightened out the string, tightened it from the back. I did have to take apart the back like paper piece, but you'll never see that and it's not a big deal. And then I just added in like little clothespins so she could add a bunch of her little Kodak camera pictures, which was so cute. And now we're just gonna do the same thing. We are going to use my Velcro command strips and get this bad boy on the wall. So funny to see pictures of my niece because she looks just like my sister did when she was a kid. And so it literally looks like you're looking at old pictures of her, but in like modern clothes.
Dry your eyes. I'm not even worried, but I can't hear the silence you describe. Don't be ashamed. We can always leave this place and go where no one knows our name.
Okay, my sister just got home with the pictures that we're gonna put in there, and then like the picture frames up here. But I thought this would be so fun. These little LED rope lights, they are 16 feet long. They were like $15 or something. And I thought this would be so fun to see if I could kind of rope this up underneath her bed to give her bed like a little underglow. I thought that would be really fun and definitely like in this age. Oh, and then my sister is so talented. She taught herself how to crochet. She made a beautiful blanket for my niece. So we're gonna put that on as well, and it'll just like pull everything together. One thing that I will share with you guys, if you have been here a long time, you know this is one of my favorite things to do, is to go onto Etsy, buy digital download prints. You can buy like 100 of them for like $5. Sometimes they might be individually like $1 or something. They're very, very affordable. And then you can print them off at your local Walgreens. You guys know you can go to your thrift stores, find tons of frames, paint them if you want, customize them, and then you can change out your art, and it's a super, super affordable way to make a big impact. And I just think this little gallery wall is like so darling. I love it.
You describe. Don't be ashamed. We can always leave this place and go where no one knows our names. Pack your bags. We never needed their permission to believe in ourselves. So come with me. We could spend the weekend doing everything they said we'd never do. And there you sun windows down, down, down. Dry your eyes, forget about the others. Let's escape the silence together.
So if you remember the before of my niece's bedroom, this is how we started. This is what it was looking like in the beginning. It was pretty functional. It needed a few more functional pieces, but really it just needed a refresh. And this is what we did on a tiny budget and short prep time. I think it ended up being about $150, not including the supplies for the blanket. But oh my gosh, you guys, look at this beautiful, beautiful bedroom. I love it so much. And I think it's amazing to show that you can do this on truly like such a small budget. You can use a lot of the same items that you have. Of course, we made function our biggest priority in the space, but then we just created little moments throughout the room and made sure to tie them throughout the space to make everything look cohesive and like it actually belonged together. First thing that you see right when you walk in the room is of course the bed. I feel like now the bed really commands the attention, and right above that is that beautiful DIY shelf. I love that this can actually be customized with whatever she wants to put on it, so she can change this up however she wants as the years go on. I also loved these reused nightstands that we had, and the mirror that sat on top of them really opened up the space. It again just like pulls your eye right there and kind of bounces around light, making the space feel a lot larger and brighter. And then those lamps just like pulled it all together. I love this wall and this whole entire bed space so much. And then over by her desk area, we really didn't do a whole lot over here. Like we just kind of changed out her chair for that cute little stool and added that really pretty simple shelf that again she can really customize and change up as she wants. But I love that we were able to add a little function up here as well as some cute little decorative items. And then on the other wall, we just cleaned up her bookshelf and made it a little more functional by adding in her record player over here. And don't forget about that cute little magazine holder that I painted. So now she has a fun place to house her records. And then one of my other favorite spots in her room is actually this beautiful gallery wall. It has some really fun personal pictures along with some pictures of the desert because we are here in Arizona. And then I almost forgot, but below the bed, we added in that little lighting, which is just another little detailed touch. I love things like that. And then to finish everything off, we have that beautiful knitted blanket that my sister made my niece. It's so perfect. But I really think it's just so neat to show that you really don't have to do a whole lot. Like we didn't paint any walls, we didn't do any huge DIY projects, and we didn't even have to buy a bunch of new stuff. Like we kept the same bed, we kept the same desk, we even used the same bookshelf. We switched things up, added in a few items, customized a few things, and the feel of the before and after is so different. And I love that now everything feels very coordinated. It feels very customized to her. And the most important thing of all is that she loves it. And you guys are going to see that here next. All right, the final touches are done. I just have to go grab Charlotte and we can reveal her new room to her. I think she's going to love it. You can go ahead and open it.
Whoa! 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 Oh my! It seems like a totally different room. Like
it does. It looks so different now, huh?
Uh-huh. Whoa! I love it. Oh, that's Taylor Swift lyrics.
Yeah.
We literally just listened to that song on the way here.
Did you?
Love that